Hi, Danny Morrison here for the Danny Morrison Expert Comments alongside Rario.com and the second semi-final. More drama and high quality entertainment, just what the doctor ordered in terms of this ICC Men's T20 World Cup late here in 2021. And the Ring of Fire, Dubai, what a theatre, what a setting. Pakistan locking horns with Australia. Pakistan, the favourites. Interesting, isn't it? The Aussies have always been favourites for a lot of the time with white ball World Cups, but not so with 100% record for the Green Machine of Pakistan. Well, a lot of behind the scenes dramas because Mohammad Rizwan, who was all wired up and everything in the hospital the night before, get that, a night before, a major semi-final, and he's in hospital, in a hospital bed, all wired up and not looking great with a bit of a chest infection scenario, what was going on. Took his place in the side and played an extraordinary innings because the Aussies won the toss. They wanted to go up front and bowl. No surprises with that, fielding first when you win the toss. Night games here in the UAE, particularly at Dubai's International Cricket Stadium. So I mentioned Mohammad Rizwan, 67 from 52, 4 sixes, 3 fours. And with Bubba, you thought, hello, the dynamic duo are going to do something really special here. But Bubba got to 39 and was sort of just nipped in the bud, as it were, when he was trying to really then just blossom and go big. His 39 from 34 deliveries in terms of 5 fours and just playing how Bubba can. And you thought, if he could just break loose now after the power play, then look out. Wasn't to be. But in terms of a side batting first and trying to post something substantial, you want runs from your top three. And that's what happened, because then Fakhar Zaman came in and played an innings of note. Really was extraordinary. 55 not out of 32, 4 of the best, 4 maximums to go with these 3 fours. And then when you also throw in the mix with the Aussies, they had 13 extras in that team total of 176 for 4. He just thought, would loved a bit more, but because the Aussies did bowl quite well in those middle stages at different times, and getting, the important wicket of Bubba, and then getting Rizwan, before he could have done even more destruction, was key. And so when I look at Stark, 2 for 38 and 4, he still hasn't quite hit his best because he disappeared at the end of his spell there against Fakhar. Fakhar Zaman got stuck into him. Beautiful pumping of sixes over that long on and that straight mid-wicket area. Hazlewood, he's been in full fresh off the, fourth and what have you, didn't get a wicket and went for 49. So it just shows you the big occasion, the pressure, and good players targeting you. If you slightly miss your length, boom, you disappear. Cummins got 3 overs and none for 20. So again, in those vital middle overs, Pat Cummins is another important key to the Australian bowling machine. Zampa 1 for 22, you'd expect that. Wrist spinners, everyone loves it, Wristy, we know that. And his difference in pace and subtle angles and variations that wrist spinners bring to the table, very good indeed. So again, 1 for 22 and 4. Did a sterling job, really. And Mitch Marsh, he got 1 over in, trying in there, just changing it up a little bit there. He went for 11, so you could probably argue didn't work that well. But hey, in the end, the Aussies, trying to track down 176, I think runs on the board would have been interesting. They would have loved maybe another 10, maybe another 10, 15 runs ideally. But hey, as I mentioned, a major semi-final, and it is big. It is big to get something like that. You breach the 175 in a knockout semi-final of the World Cup. Challenging, to say the least. Well, in reply, this had so many matchups and so much excitement going on. It was fascinating. Of course, everyone wanted to see Shaheen Shah Afridi go, and he bowled beautifully. See you later, Aaron Finch. So Aaron Finch out for a duck, boom, bang, very first ball, see you later. That's the pressure that he puts on you with the new ball. Shaheen Shah Afridi, what an outstanding performer he is. And they were rocked early, the Aussies. Needed Warner to get going. And he, in the end, got 49 from 30. Very, very useful. And I think when you look at that, he's a guy that can change the course of a game, and no doubt. So Warner's been getting runs right where it mattered. And so to get that 49 with a few fours and a few sixes, held that Aussie top order together, and a bit of Mitch Marsh, you thought, hello, came in at a key time, batting at 3 there with the fall of the skipper Finch. His 28, yeah, useful, 22 balls, but he hit a 6 and 3 fours, and you just thought if he could unleash, then watch out. He couldn't, and Stoinis and Wade, they held the key, because really when you look at Shahid Khan, he was superb for me. That 4 for 26 with 11 dots, he was on course to be the player of the match with a beautiful thing. Again, a wrist spinner, variety, use of the crease and the different subtleties in the pace, absolutely brilliant. But you get someone who gets in and gets set, and so many remarkable resemblances to the night before with New Zealand versus England. Extraordinary. You had Mitchell, Daryl Mitchell his half century and smashing it and being not out with Neesham, had this about Stoinis and Wade. Wade comes in, when they're 5 down,